price, you can get a whole lot to eat. Amen. Amen. So I would like you guys to think tonight that you're at a buffet. Amen. We've got a lot to put on the plate tonight. God bless you.
Well, my name is Adam, and this right here is my youth group. We're all the way here from South Arkansas. And we just like to do a little skit for you tonight. And we hope you find a little bit of humor in it. We tried to make it as funny as possible. And these guys have worked real, real hard. But I just want to let you know, the skit's about Peter and Jesus walking on the water. And when Peter and Jesus walked on the water, it was something nobody had ever seen before. But the thing about Peter walking on the water was the only way he was going to walk on the water was to keep his eyes fixed on Jesus. And in order for us to be able to do the impossible in our life, our eyes have to be fixed on Jesus. The moment we take our eyes off Jesus, our whole world can come crashing down right before our eyes. So no matter where you come from, how old you are, no matter what's going on in your life, if you'll keep your eyes fixed on Jesus, everything's going to be just all right. Amen. Y'all ready? Yes. All right. Now, as soon as the meal was finished, amen. Now Jesus, he insisted that the disciples get in the boat and they go on ahead to the other side, to Bethsaida.
People, we have to get to Bethsaida. Get in the boat. We do not have much time. In the boat.
Now this is why Jesus, he dismissed all the people.
People, leave.
Now when the crowd dispersed, Jesus, he climbed the mountain so he could be by himself and pray. Now he stayed there alone late into the night. Now Jesus, he saw them being battered by the waves as they rode because the wind was against them. Now, at about 4 o'clock in the morning.
4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yes, 4 o'clock in the morning. Jesus came toward them. He was walking on the sea. And Jesus, he intended to go right on by them. But when they saw Jesus walking on the sea, they thought he was a ghost, and they raised a deep, throaty shriek of terror. For they all saw him and were agitated. They were troubled and filled with fear and dread. And immediately he said to them, "Calm down, it's me. Don't be afraid."
Calm down, it's me. Don't be afraid. Where's that wave?
Now Peter suddenly got bold. And he said, "Master, if it's really you, you tell me to come."
Master, if it's really you, tell me to come.
And Jesus said, "Come on."
Come on.
So Peter, he jumped out of the boat and he walked on the water to Jesus. But when he looked down at the waves that were churning beneath his feet,
what are you doing?
he suddenly lost his nerve and he started to sink. He cried, "Master, save me!" And right away Jesus reached out his hand and he helped Peter up and he said, "You surely don't have much faith. Why do you doubt?" And Jesus and Peter, they got back in the boat, and immediately the wind, it stopped blowing. And they were all stunned. They were shaking their heads, wondering what was going on. Now the disciples that were in the boat, they watched the whole thing. And they began to worship Jesus, saying, "This is it. You are God's Son for sure." And so, to get to land as quick as possible, they paddled furiously. And they reached their destination in no time.